Good evening, this is Kuro. Got a tier 5 game for you in the Visby. Going over the threats to my ship: Hermes, no radar, Nicholas Kamikaze, double Visby, and Izyaslav are the primary threats to my ship. We're going to kick this off on New Dawn, 3 cap domination. I spawn up near A cap and gonna push up to A and basically see what I can see. Primarily, my intent early on in the game: find out where the enemy team's going, don't get nuked by the CV, and go from there, basically. So this is one of the first games that I played in Visby, and I just have this boat set up with a... Yes, the dinosaurs are awake. Hi guys, you're alright. Good grief. Let's see if this is going to be a usable video or not. Hey! Unless you're singing the opera, take a chill pill. You're alright. Nothing's hurting you. Sorry about that. So, basically, these ships are really torpedo spammy, so I push up here and just throwing some torpedoes out there, just trying to cover this side of the cap. Maybe I can catch something, and if so, you know, that's gonna make a fight with a DD much easier in the future. Now, initially spotting the Wyoming coming south made me think that maybe we've got a big push going south, but then my team spots the Koenig and the Veliki all coming up north, and then here we go, Izyaslav. He's smoked up. I don't know what else is out there, so I'm just gonna hold my fire. Basically, right there, trying to avoid the Izyaslav being able just to drop off concealment in his smoke and keep me spotted for, or whoever would be his spotter if I shot, allow the Izyaslav 20 seconds to shoot at me for free. This is one of the limitations with the European destroyers. So I counter this move by basically chucking 6 torpedoes right back down that smoke just to see what I can catch. See that most likely I'm going to miss everything. So I'm going to start moving and getting off the last known location. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to circle up around the cap up into this area where trying to limit things that can shoot at me. Torpedoes are up again, throwing them back out there at the Izyaslav. I do spot the Izyaslav, and it's basically off to the races with my guns. Apparently I can't shoot. Just trying to duck in right behind this island right here. Just try to get in here where it's a little bit harder for his supporting battleships to shoot at me. And I'm basically going to stop up here and try to take this capture point. Now I am debating on eventually pushing out here and throwing torps at the Veliki. But I'm going to decide, you know what, I don't know if this guy's going to try to rush into the island or what. I don't want to take a bunch of damage just for, you know, some torpedo hits that you'll see later on these torpedoes. They hit about as hard as feather pillows. So I'm just getting turned around here, turning my guns, see if, yep, I was waiting on the Izyaslav to pop back up, and just going to take some shots. Now, Visby is very interesting where it has three guns or three barrels in the back of the ship. So some of the tactics that you would use with like the mid and high tier Japanese DDs playing that kiting, you know, harassing gunboat, it works with this ship. Throwing some torps out here. And at this point, I'm just bailing on ACAP, and I'm doing that because there wasn't really much support up there to begin with, and now those battleships are really starting to get within danger close range of the cap, and I don't want that to be an issue where I get nuked when I try to pick a fight with the Izyaslav over the cap. I am seeing an opportunity here to maybe get something done here. I do land 3 torps, and I mean, you can see what I mean about these torpedoes. The alpha on them is just really painful. Now nothing's here that can spot me, so I'm just throwing some shots, make a liar out of me. But that's why I'm shooting, is I thought there was nothing that could spot me when I take this shot. I see the Visby to my south, and I know he's not it, so there must be another DD up here. So I'm just gonna disengage. At this point, it's beyond time for me to get moving on this cap, because the Veliki and the Izyaslav, whatever other DD, and this Visby are all in my general vicinity. And here we go, it's another Visby. Popping my repair. I'm doing that because I know I'm going to be taking significant amount of damage here, so I want to get the full amount out of this this repair party.
Engine boost activated.
Trying to keep my stern pointed towards the Veliki to avoid any major damage if he shoots at me. Just looking back, seeing where he's at. I pick up the kill on the enemy Visby. The Izyaslav's still shooting at me, so I'm going to take this opportunity to try to get some damage in on him. Get a nice volley right there, knock out a gun. Another nice chunk there. Now, these trades are amazingly good for me, because I still have the ability to repair up past half HP, and I've now crippled that Izyaslav. He doesn't have repair. He's going to be in a pickle trying to deal with this situation. Now, taking a look at this break here in combat, not real happy with the situation here. The enemy team has 2 caps, and they also have a kill lead on us. And you know, I'm basically pushing back up here, try to get my Langley moving. Unfortunately, Langley is extremely slow. I don't believe that I have the torpedo power to YOLO this battleship. That's why I'm not pushing up here and just rushing right into this guy to torp him. It's one of those things. It's a limitation of these ships, and I expect that to continue through most of the line. I basically let this Nicholas push right into me, and I'm gonna add my shots into the mix.
Engine boost deactivated.
He's still distracted shooting at something else. Now I think he's looking at me. Yep. But it's too late for him. And this is just a good ambush to pull off. Let a DD come right up to you like that, and then just whack them. You've got a repair party. DDs at this tier. I don't think anybody has it. So you've got an advantage here. Now you do have to be careful that your base HP is really low, 11,350. Um, it's one of those things that, you know, if you eat a torpedo or something, it does have a chance that it can kill you in pretty short order. Drop some horrible torpedoes out there, but I'm just trying to get this battleship to turn out anything to buy my Langley some additional time. And I mean, you look at where we're at right now, we're equal on ships, but they still have, you know, the 2 cap advantage. And I'm basically going to make a move here that, you know, I'm looking to pull pressure off all of these guys down here. I see this flank collapsing right here, so I'm going to push back up to A cap because I've cleared all the DDs out of here. The last DD was seen headed south. So I'm going to try to use my torpedo spam to push up here, cap A, and really just get in and just be just a menace for the enemy team to try to deal with. And right now I'm worried about getting pinched out by, you know, the Koenig and the Velicki. So pop in my engine boost, try to get through this narrow point. And I mean, right now the pressure's on. I need my torpedoes on point, and these are gonna miss. I was thinking that the Koenig would be coming around the outside of the island to push my my ships here. Instead, he's sailing right into the island, and now he's starting to turn out. So those torpedoes just a little off, but a little off is all it takes. I know 694 points. I need to get in the cap. We're back down the ship. This isn't ideal because as soon as I step on the cap, this Wyoming's gonna know where I'm at, and that's probably gonna cost me some torpedo damage here. But I need to get on this cap to drop some points. I was just kind of hoping that this guy wouldn't be looking to see what was going on because he's been out of the fight most of the game. So I see torpedo planes heading towards me. Get a quick spot on the Hermes. I'm looking to try to throw some torpedoes out there. Still trying to cut this Koenig off. And in hindsight, and launch those torpedoes just a tad too far ahead in front of the Koenig. The battleships aren't as fast as they are in low tier, or in high tier, excuse me. And my torpedoes are still much faster than what you typically are dealing with at tier 5. So unless you're running a kamikaze clone, you don't have torpedoes that are this fast. So I'm pushing up here, gonna try to deal with this CV as quickly as I can. We need kills. You know, 845 points left on the clock. The AP is just not working out. I don't know if it's me or not, but I would assume that AP at this range would work, and bam, there we go.
He's about to win.
So, Hermes is angling, switching back to HE. Now, I gotta make the decision right here. I need to get in towards B cap. So as much as I'd like to keep all of my guns on target right now, this is taking me away from B cap. So I'm gonna take one last shot, I believe, turn in and rush B cap. No fire. So it's just like, you know what? I just gotta go. And I see I'm being cut off by the Koenig. I've got planes coming in. You know, I'm realizing that this game is pretty much a loss at this point. there's not much I can do about it. Am throwing those torps out, thinking that CV is going to dodge, and he just dodges the wrong way. In hindsight, I should have torped more to the outside, but that's just one of the many misplays I had playing this game. Taking a look, sorry, I know it's getting a little erratic while I'm looking around for torpedoes, and I'm looking at the mini-map. I'm expecting that Koenig to shoot me at any point, so I'm trying to keep angled to him. There's a shot.
Engine boost activated.
Trying to get this Hermes down. There we go, finally down, but I had one glimmer of hope here that this Koenig was going to play it dumb and just sail straight or try to rush me. But you'll see right here, he starts turning out. And that pretty much ends my hope of trying to torpedo this guy. Honestly, I don't even think that if I land 6 out of 6 of the torps, I don't think that I'd actually kill him with the torps. This is all last minute, do what I can in damage.
Fire.
And that's the end of me. So, what do I think about Visby? I think Visby, she's an interesting torpedo boat. I think initially I came into this line thinking, since I played the small end, that the line was going to be more gun focused or have more of a blend of gun and torpedo damage, and the line's really seeming like it's more torpedo focused than what I originally had thought at this point when I'm playing the ships. The build on this point has basic firing training and demolition expert, that kind of thing, and just really not getting that much out of the guns, and the torpedoes. It's one of those things. They're really fast, spammy torpedoes. I love the dispersion on them. I can't tell you how many times I landed 6 out of 6 of my torpedoes at, you know, targets that I launched at like 8 kilometers, just predicting turns and stuff like that, and just, you know, what would have been a devastating strike with any other destroyer, you know, knocks half or 2/3 of the HP off a ship. And that's been kind of frustrating to not have that instant, eraser button where I make a torpedo drop like that and, I'm rewarded with removing a ship off the enemy team, instantly. So I still think that these DDs they're quite fun to play. I do love not playing with smoke. I do love that they've got a repair party that I can get in there and mix up with enemy DDs and be able to recover HP. And at this, tier, HP is super scarce for destroyers, and that those repair parties really come in handy. So I'm thinking about, in hindsight, pulling some of the skills off the guns and putting them more towards superintendent at the lower tiers to take advantage of that extra HP. So anyway, this is the introduction to the line. Here's Visby. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them below. Hope you're having a good night, and I will talk to you later.